Hey people, Chase London back on camera to talk to you about arguments and the many fallacies behind them that just about everyone makes. People argue every day about anything and everything, whether it's sports, politics, Hollywood stuff, Nike versus Under Armour, Jordan versus LeBron, moral versus immoral, and so on. The thing is, a lot of arguments nowadays aren't really arguments at all. It's just people arguing just to argue. The purpose of this video is to not only reflect on what I learned this week, but it is also to reshape and sort of change the way arguments are made nowadays, because frankly, some of them are a little absurd. The first fallacy I'm going to go over is an appeal to emotions. And basically it's when someone argues with you about something knowing your emotions are going to get involved, thus swaying your logical thinking of the topic. For example, if someone were to argue that dogs are better than cats, they're going to argue with someone who might have one of those pets so that their opinion is swayed. Same thing with sports. I mean, no one can get into a sports argument without throwing in their own personal opinions on their favorite team or their favorite player. So it's common for this fallacy to be found in many arguments nowadays because emotions get the best of just about everyone. A way to sort of counter that fallacy is by knowing what emotional intelligence is. And basically that's knowing what your emotions are when you're feeling them and being able to recognize other people's emotions. That way, it doesn't get in the way of your thinking. The second fallacy is what is known as a red herring. Now, I had no idea what this meant until I had watched a 45-minute video on it, but it is when someone throws you off your train of thought during an argument, whether by changing the subject, rambling, over-explaining something, or a few other means of doing so. So a red herring's a fish, and it's from an old John Newman movie, and he's getting chased by police dogs and does something with the red herring because it smells and throws the dogs off his tracks, and then he gets away. And that's basically what people try to do with this fallacy in their arguments is, maybe they see that they're losing and, they toss a little stinky fish and throw you off your train of thought. I really have no advice on how to eliminate this personally other than to just not do it. But if you see it in someone else, call them out on it. Tell them they're over-explaining or they're rambling, but maybe in a nice way if it's someone you know. If not, have at it. The third and final fallacy I'm going to talk to you guys about is an appeal to ignorance. And the best way I can break that down is with two words. Prove it. All right, for this example, I'll be the arguer. I'm telling you, dude, I saw Bigfoot. Yeah, he's walking around all big and with his feet. No, not the one from the beef jerky commercials. Come on, be serious. Prove it. I didn't bring my camera, bro. What do you want me to do, get a fur sample for you? Yeah, like that would go over well. You see how as soon as a burden of proof was requested, the argument became immediately redundant? Now, obviously, there's more realistic examples than Bigfoot, but you get the point. There are so many flaws and fallacies in arguments nowadays. It's unavoidable, but with a little bit of self-education and a lot less ignorance, we can make our argument stronger and actually argue about things that really matter, rather than, Bigfoot. Thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned to my website, thechaselondon.com, for more awesome content. Mahalo.